Okay, we are live. Hello, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And we are here.
We are here.
We are here with Wednesday Wake Up. And I have got the most wonderful guest today.
Oh,
You
do you?
Yes.
Who's that?
I have got Kelcey Myers.
Oh, hello.
It's kind of nice to have you on the other side this time.
It feels a little weird.
Does
Being
it?
over on this side, yeah, makes my hands sweat just a teeny bit, but not too bad.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's awesome having you on that side.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you can't kick me.
I could throw my phone at you.
Oh, God, please don't. Well, maybe. I mean, whatever. In case I say something inappropriate, you can toss your phone at me.
Well, it's nice to have you here, Kelcey Myers.
Thank you.
Greater Snohomish Network.
Yes,
You've been our social media chair for actually quite a while, but even more. But you've also been one of our strategic partners for even longer.
Yes, I have. It's been nice. I don't know about the social media part. I mean, I've been trying, but it's a learn as you go thing. All the new platforms and all that crap.
Hey, you do a much better job than I do, so my hat is off to you. I'm good if I just do, hey, I liked it.
It took everybody a little while to start commenting and liking and sharing sometimes, but that's okay. You got to break the horse in slowly.
Hey, that's okay. But like I said, you're one of our strategic partners.
Yes.
You're with Fidelity.
Yes, I have been with Fidelity for almost 21 years. So I started when I was 10.
Hey, I can tell. That's why you're so youthful.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and I mean, I go see Pure Skin Clinic, so she helps me. Denise, my little shameless plug for my girlfriend, Denise.
Hey.
Denise Schwind at Pure Skin Clinic.
Hey, you know what? Maybe we should
I'm actually 128 years old.
Maybe we should get her on as a strategic partner, too. She do a lot of business with us.
Botox and filler for everyone.
Right.
We're all going to be like, what?
Hey, it will look fabulous, though.
Yeah, well, she doesn't overdo you, so yeah.
Hey, no, you are definitely a good plug for that. Otherwise, if you started coming in looking like this all the time.
The cat lady.
Right?
Yeah, you've seen that gal on whatever show, TV. What is it, THS? No, I can't remember. Anyway.
Something like that. Yeah. So how did you even get started in the business, though?
Oh, good question. Well, I was probably 16 years old. Actually, I was 16 years old. I started working for my sister, Michelle Schmidt, and my brother-in-law, Earl. And they are at Caliber now. But they were at, All Pacific Mortgage. And I was 16 years old, and I would go and answer the phones. And so I learned how to answer the phones and be professional. And text. Back then, it was a pager, right? But that was like the form of texting. It was like this machine. And you could type some messages on it, and it would show up on our beeper or pager. So I started that way. And then I finished up school and I went to college, and every time I would have a break, I would come home and I worked for her. And I thought, gosh, I want to be a loan officer. I always looked up to her in this business, and she's 13 years old. I want to make it known she is older than me, about 13 and a half years. Okay. Okay. Someone one time was like, so who's older? And I was like, what the? And she goes, she was so excited with herself. I was like, get out.
So she's your elder.
She's older than me. So anyway, she got me into this godforsaken business. And I worked for them, and then I was a loan officer, and I was very young. The rates were very high. And I worked for a company called Bay Mortgage, and they're no longer around. And then I put in my resume with a company called Fidelity National Title, and I was like, I don't even know what title is then. I was 21, I think, or 20 or 21. So maybe not even old enough to go to a bar, and here I am like, oh, I want to work in the title business. But, whatever, worked out. And so I interviewed with Fidelity, and at the time there was a manager here, and her name's Shoshana Day, and she interviewed me, and they couldn't hire me. They had a hiring freeze. And then a year later, I get this random phone call, and I had another job. I was working at a gym, and I was a gym rat back in the day, and can't tell now. It's okay. I'm over it.
Oh, please.
But I got a call, and this lady called me. Her name's Lori McVeigh. And she called me, and I met her up in Smoky Point for coffee. And she basically hired me on the spot. She said that she found my resume in the drawer, and they were looking for somebody like me. And I was like, you mean somebody young and that doesn't know what title is? Perfect, I'll take it. So then I got hired on as a lender rep. And then I decided that, gosh, lender reps, you're driving around, you're sniffing out the 1003s, ordering out a title. I still didn't know what title was. And then finally, I decided that I really wanted to work with agents because the sales, you make like 3 times more, right? So then it became about money, right? I was like, oh, well, I'm like 22 years old at this point. I want to make good money, right? But learning the craft was really where the money's made. So, and it's not about the money now. I mean, it doesn't matter. But back then, when I was 22 years old, I was like, I want to make more money. I want to figure this all out, right?
Right.
So I've been here ever since. I have taken a couple of different roles in the company. I've been a lender manager, like the lender division manager, and I have been in the coaching program with Fidelity National Financial for 5-6 years now with Lisa Crown. I sit on that committee for all of our great students in the coaching program. And I really love what I do. I've honed in the craft, and guess what? I know how to read a title report now after 20 years.
We are so glad you do.
You would be surprised, though. Like, some people, like, you go, oh, really? You don't know how to solve? Okay. All right. You don't know how to solve that? Okay. But going back to when I started and I said that I didn't know how to read a title report, it was really true. Like, I didn't even know what it was for. So everybody else is out there selling the wings and the dings and the bings and da-da-da, and look at this as shiny disco ball. And it's like, nope. I'm going to sell service, and I'm going to sell exactly what I do, which is title. I sell title, and I sell escrow, and I make sure that transactions close. And I get probably heavily involved in the transaction more than I should. But you know what? I enjoy that. I like being the problem solver and somebody that can take an issue, turn it around, and make everyone feel as though there wasn't one to begin with. I always feel like if you don't fix the problem, that's the problem. But once there is an issue and you fix it, it goes away, and you can kind of put everybody's mind at ease and at peace. So, yeah.
Well, I can tell you on this side of the transaction, we don't like problems.
Yeah. No one likes problems, but they're going to happen. Like, they're always going to happen. Problems are out there, right? It's just how you deal with them and how you fix them.
Exactly. And I think sometimes that coming into the transaction, people don't always understand. You know, we say, okay, we're gonna send off for your title report, and people, okay. I don't think they even understand, what is a title report? What does it entail? What's title insurance? Why do you need it?
Yeah.
And I mean, what are the types of title insurance? Kind of, do you go through that with the clients, or?
It all depends on what their needs are. A lot of the time I spend working through issues that, you know, like easements and boundary line adjustments and that kind of stuff, like figuring this stuff out, that or how to extinguish an easement that has been there forever. And you got to find that divorce decree that happened in 1962 in order to extinguish an easement on a $3.5 million transaction on Champagne Point. I mean, there's that. Like, there's all these things, or height restrictions in downtown Kirkland. Do they really exist? Can the people pop off the roof and actually go up a level or two? So it's that stuff that gets into the nitty gritty that I really, really, really enjoy. I love all of that stuff. Like, I like finding the issue, or finding the solution to the issue, or just making lives better. That's all. And finding solutions for my clients too. Like, if they have a business problem or like a tweak that they need to make in their business, I like finding the solutions for them and becoming a partner. I like to be a partner to them in the transaction and also in their business on a daily go forward basis. Like, call me up, ask me a question. I've been doing this long enough where if I don't have the answer, I'm going to sure as hell find it. And it's fun because I can call whoever at the company, like whoever it needs to be, I can call them and they'll get back with me. Give me an answer. Like on my way here, I was just talking to my favorite, Rick Randall. He and I worked, my title operations manager. He and I have worked together for nearly, I think it is actually 20 years. And it's fun because we kind of grew up together. We're about the same age, and it's fun to work with people that you really enjoy and that you can call up and just be like, oh my gosh, we got to fix this, or we got this issue, or what do you think of this, and get it handled. That's nice. That's who I was talking to on my way up here. I don't ever shut it off, by the way. Like, nothing.
Really?
It does not shut off. I know, title insurance is so riveting, right? It's like the most exciting thing in business.
You know what, though? It is super, super important. And I think it's also important, I think, when, like, to have a client communicate with me ahead of time so that I can communicate with you to find out what's going on. Like, you're buying a property, and true case, this happened to my aunt. She was a she had her own at-home daycare.
Uh-huh.
Had it for years and years and years. Never had problems with it. Buy a house, and it went to court because all of a sudden the neighbors were like, well, you're running a business out of your home. Is it allowed?
Oh, so she had a clout on title because there was a pending litigation, huh?
Huge, 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 huge. And so it's like, okay, were the HOAs going to allow it? Well, were there HOAs? Because this was an old neighborhood. These are things that,
Or was it defunct?
Exactly.
I get that a lot.
All of these things, had it been brought up and had it gone through, the title originally, before they even bought the house, all of these heartaches, like 2 years worth of heartache, could have gone away had this been solved ahead of time. Not the agent just saying, oh, yeah, you'll be fine. It's an at-home daycare business. No big deal. Well, you know what?
It's a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal until your neighbor rats you out. Thanks, Karen.
Until your neighbor decides they don't want to see cars coming and going in the morning and the evening, and they don't like kids. And so it was just, and it wasn't like the kids were running up and down the street or anything crazy like this. And it was pretty much just one neighbor that got, upset about it. But had they come to somebody like you, it could have gotten figured out ahead of time. And as it was, it ended up.
Those are fun things to look at, and they're called CC&Rs, guys. Covenants, conditions, and restrictions, and that will tell you exactly what you can and cannot do with your property.
Didn't even know about them until they, So, but, since the house had been there for a very, very long time, didn't even know about them. So, it's like these are things that need to be dug out of the past.
Oh, yeah. Dig them up.
So, so everybody knows who to go.
Yeah, call me with all your problems. Actually, call me with a transaction that's super easy. That would be great. Lot and block, just close in 10 days, all cash. It would be fantastic. I'm just putting it out there. Oh, and I want it to be like $3 million. Okay. All right.
Hey, call me with that too.
I'm putting it out there. It's like the secret, right? There was one time in my career, I kept on getting all these mohos, all these mobile homes. And I was like, why am I getting all these mobile homes? I don't understand. So I was doing a class one time at one of my offices, and I was teaching a title class on how to read title and like what to look for and all of this fun stuff. And all of a sudden I was like, guys, I need your help. And they're like, what? And I go, I need to put this out there in the universe. And they're like, what? And I was like, I don't want any more mobile homes. What I want, I'm putting it out there right now. I want $1 million transactions, maybe cash, 10-day close. Is that cool? And then all of a sudden, guess what? I think the universe heard me because it was all, I'd had my fair share of mohos, like mobile home eliminations. I got it. Okay, no problem. I know how to. We're good. Okay, we're good, universe. No more mobile home eliminations. No more mobile homes. Period. End of story. Like, no, I'll still take those mobile homes. But I was just like, oh my God, every single transaction I'm getting are these mobile homes. So I put it out there, and guess what? Lo and behold, I started getting all these $1 million properties. And this is quite a few years ago before the market changed, right? So I put it out there in the universe. So I'm going to put it out there again. Like, let's just have regular transactions, lot and block, universe, real estate gods. Are you hearing me? Everybody needs these transactions in their life. Okay. All right. We're done.
Just keep sending you the mojo. Send you the mojo.
If you don't wish for it, you don't get it, right?
Right. That's what I keep being told. Right? No, it's great. And so, you know what? How did we get so lucky to get you on the board anyway?
Oh, I
It's like
think
you
you
just
guys
started showing
tricked
up.
me.
I think we did. That's how I think we all end up here.
I think I was duped, actually. You probably, I vaguely remember someone, I think it might have been Jennifer Peterson,
Probably.
or maybe it was Heather. I don't know. Somebody gagged and bagged me and stuffed me in a trunk and then took me to a women's council meeting. I don't know, actually.
Did somebody promise you a unicorn or something, or a pony?
It's so funny. I was talking about unicorns today earlier. That's in the universe. I don't know how it all happened, but excuse me. I went to my first meeting, and I have to be really honest. I am not a girly girl. Like, yeah, let's go hang out in the mall. Okay, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's braid each other's hair and get together. That's not me, right? Like, nope. I have 2 boys. I grew up with a bunch of guys, and it's just not me, right? So I always had this idea of women's council being all these ladies that got together for a hen party, as my husband would call it. He's like, so how was your hen party? Anytime I would have ladies over for a wine night or whatever it might be, right? He was like, oh, how was your hen party? So I always thought of it as a hen party, right? And then I went and I was like, okay, is it going to be drama? Because you may or may not know, women get together and sometimes are catty little bees, right?
Oh, really?
And yeah, but probably not. You've never seen that, I'm sure. No.
Never.
And which you're probably protected from. So anyway, I thought that's the way it was going to be, right? So I was like, ooh, I don't know. But I got there and I sat by my friend Heather, and I saw these other wonderful faces in the business that I knew. And I was like, okay. All right, maybe it's not a hen party. Maybe these people are going to be not crazy drama filled, And so I was like, okay, all right. And I went and I kept going and I kept going. And then someone was like, well, you need to join now. And I was like, join? Oh God, that's a commitment. That makes my hands sweat. Oh, you mean I have to for 1 whole year? What? And then I think it was at a meeting that I had stayed extra long because I was having fun. Shocker, right? We were hanging out at the Golf and Country Club in Everett. And I think it was Jennifer Peterson. She was like, we're looking for somebody to take over the social media chair. And I was like, oh, I can do that. So how many hours a month are you talking? Break it down for me. And so we finally did all of the numbers and broke it down. And I thought, well, I can commit to that. I can do that. Yeah, sure. And then I got roped in and I've never looked back.
And we're glad.
I love it. I think it's great. I think that Women's Council is a perfect place for women like myself because I didn't know that leaders were made here. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the tagline, #leaders made here. I had no idea. I didn't know that we had such powerful women in the group and also in the network nationwide. I didn't know that. I didn't know about King County's network. I had no idea. So it opened my eyes, opened my mind. We are very collaborative. It's a wonderful program for ladies to get into the business, get familiarized, and do it. Just be a part of something that you can be proud of. And so that's why I'm here. Yeah. It's like a 180, right? I turned 180. I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I'm like, yeah, I love it. Can't get rid of me. Sorry.
That kind of seems to be the common thread. Most people are like, oh, I got to go hang out with a bunch of ladies. Next thing you know, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. I love it.
It is fun. And yeah.
I also love waking up to 47 missed read text messages.
Yeah.
And they have nothing to do with anything. They're just a bunch of memes and a bunch of ha-has and a giggle. And I love that too.
Yeah.
It's fun. And people are like, oh my God, group texts are the worst. And I'm like, not these. These are funny.
These are a little random sometimes. And yeah. Yeah.
I'll never forget one that you were like, oh my God, I was in the shower for 10 minutes and then I came out to my phone. And I was like,
I can't even get through. And finally it's just skip to end. Maybe I'll get to.
No, you got to read the meat in the middle.
Sometimes.
You can't just like read the bread on each side and not read the meat. You got to do the meat in the middle.
Sometimes, but it's the manic side of me that's just like,
Well, if you're anything like myself, I hate having those red things on my phone, like the to-dosers.
Oh my gosh.
I got to get them off quickly. Like it drives me
can't.
insane. Like I can't have like 17,000 unread messages everywhere on my phone. It's like chicken pox to me. I'm like, oh, wow. No, no, thank you. So I have to clear them all out.
I do the same thing. And speaking of Jennifer Peterson, have you ever looked at her phone? She is the one that's every single badge has got numbers on it, and she's got 10,000 unread emails. And every time I see her phone like pop up, I just get an eye twitch. I'm like, Jennifer, oh God, do something with your. Yeah. Yeah, she is that person that gives me the eye twitch. Cause,
I just don't look at her phone. It's not my problem.
Yeah.
It's her phone, not my phone. I'm going to stay in my lane. That's my thing. Stay in my lane. This is my phone. I got to be happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And speaking of things with Women's Council, we have a networking event coming up.
Yes, we do. It's tomorrow, a little happy hour. Today's Wednesday, right? Wednesday, wake up.
Yeah.
So it's tomorrow at McMiniman's from 4 to 6, and we're hopefully going to be outside at the wood shop. So I'm hoping that that's like the plan.
Yeah,
I
the
hear
weather's
it's supposed to be nice. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's Washington. As long as it's not pouring down rain, we're going to be outside.
Well, you have those wonderful fire pits and everything. So.
Yeah, put a jacket on. I mean, for heaven's sake. So, so we kind of deviated. So anybody that saw the park, we deviated because we're like, you know what?
Yeah, let's face it. The park thing sucked. We tried it once.
We tried it, but you know what? Now that we can get more people together, let's go to McMiniman's.
Let's go back and use my image that I created off of Canva and use it this time.
Well, and you know what?
It was only used a couple of times, and we, I want to like get my mileage out of that thing.
We loved our happy hours before, and they were a ton of fun, and so now we're going back to that. So between that and and if you haven't joined the book club, join the book club. We still have 2 more weeks this month. 2 more weeks?
Yes, 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks, yeah.
Yep, 2 more weeks, and Jeff Miltenberger with NFM Lending is hosting that, and it's called The Anatomy of Peace. So every Tuesday is 8:30, and this past one was great. I had to admit that I didn't get as far as I needed to, but I still jumped in, and it's good. It's a good goal. To read a book a month for me. I mean, I don't usually read a whole lot, but readers are leaders, and I'm trying to be more of a leader by reading. Yes.
Well, and it gives me an excuse to read a actually leader book and not one of my Kindle books where it's just like my fluff books. But
I have to have a book.
I constantly have a book, and so it's great. It's been a good one, and so I'm enjoying this one. And you'll see me on there. Usually, I haven't got my shower and I got browbeat to being on camera, so if you ever want to see me with my glasses on and my hair in a ponytail, come on. Join us on book club.
I love it.
So, well, Kels, I am so glad that you came on this side of the mic this time. You're usually on this side.
I know. You know me, I like to be in the driver's seat. I don't do very well in the passenger seat unless my husband's driving because I trust him and I can just like read and emails and all of that kind of stuff. And I kick my feet up on the dash. But usually I like to be in the driver's seat. And
you? Never.
I was just telling somebody on my way here, Rick. I was like, oh, it's so weird. I'm like, hi D, hi I. A-type personality, Capricorn. Whoa.
Hey,
like,
you know what?
Hello.
We got to have
crazy over here. Just a crazy gal.
But hey, that's why we love you so much.
Oh, well, you can love me some days and probably hate me the others. It's okay. I'll take the medium. I don't care. Hey. It's fine with me. I'll take whatever I can get.
No, we totally love you. And that's why I wanted everybody to see the real Kelcey, not just the interview side. We want to see the you side.
I don't think I usually hold back, though, a whole lot. I think the people out there that know me, that know me well, that have known me over the past 20 years, almost 21. October 23rd will be 21 years at Fidelity. But I think the people that know me pretty well, like out in the business.
Awesome.
They know I don't hold back.
That's
and
okay.
if I do, then it's because I'm biding my time. I'm like thinking something I shouldn't say, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to work on that. We shouldn't say that. Okay. All right, we're not going to say that.
That's what all those scars are on your tongue. And
yeah. My mom always said, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So she taught me that a long time ago.
Yeah, sometimes they'll slip by anyway. But well, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me. And I really hope you guys look at joining Women's Council of Snohomish County and keep on keeping on, you guys. It's a hot market right now, and we are here to close your transactions. Fidelity National Title, the Myers team.
Thanks so much, everybody. See you next week.